Good morning, Panthers. Today is September 10th. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lunch choices are all beef hot dogs for choice 1, and choice 2 is chicken sliders. Don't forget you can shout through the book fair until Wednesday. Have a possum day!
Tinka is a cool dog, and one day she becomes a school dog. But not just any school dog. She is a breaking all the rules dog.
Hi, I'm Deborah Heiligman, and I wrote about the day Tinka goes to school and everything turns upside down. It all starts the day she has to say goodbye.
She becomes a grown dog, a lone dog, hates to be a lone dog. But then she becomes a peak dog, a sneak dog.
A spring and sprint and streak dog.
And things turn sad when she makes the teacher mad. But then something very surprising happens. Read Cool Dog School Dog to find out how things turn around for Tinka when she becomes a yay dog, hooray dog, a please come every day dog.
It's Cool Dog School Dog at your Scholastic Book Fair.
I'm Raina Telgemeier, and you might know me best from my graphic novels Smile and Sisters, which are both stories about me. My newest graphic novel, Ghosts, is not a story about my life, but it was inspired by this place. I grew up here on the coast of Northern California, and as you can see, it's a beautiful place. The ocean and the hills and the trees. And yet, as a kid, I hated it here. And that's partly because it's not always this nice. Sometimes it's windy and cold and very, very foggy, and I was miserable. There's a huge Day of the Dead celebration in the book, and I've been curious about Day of the Dead for a very long time. I grew up in San Francisco, which has a huge Mexican-American culture, and spent a lot of time in the Mission District growing up. And I was always interested in developing a story that sort of had roots in that place. I'm here in San Francisco's Mission District in Balmy Alley, which is full of murals that inspired me when I was a kid. They inspired my art, and there are murals and ghosts as well. And in the book, some of the murals come to life. In the story, the characters are dealing with a bit of loss, and so bringing it into the Day of the Dead was a really interesting way to have the characters celebrate the idea of loss, and it meant a lot to me as an author as well. I think you'll like reading Ghosts because even though it's a little bit scary, it's still funny, and there's a lot of adventure in it, and the things that Kat goes through are pretty awesome. You can find Ghosts at your Scholastic Book Fair.
It's World War II, and Ranger, the time-traveling search and rescue dog, is at the Battle of Normandy. On D-Day, which marks the beginning of one of the biggest battles in history, Ranger meets Walt, an American soldier, and Leo, a young boy hiding from the enemy. Now, all of their lives depend on Ranger, as he guides his new friends past the warplanes and explosions that surround them. Ranger in Time. D-Day. Battle on the Beach. Find it at your Scholastic Book Fair.